My name is Anna Pevic. I work in a German peace organization called ProPeace. Uh, what we do is we support partners in their daily life in the fields of education, so pedagogy, youth work, and culture, dealing with the past and arts and research. I will tell you more of something that started as a project, but actually became a shift, I think, in the way of thinking of at least the work that I do and together with my partners. But yeah, before I tell you more about the project, I will tell you how it came to be. Back in 1995, when internet was started, it was a very, very tough year for the area where I come from. It involved a genocide, a huge evacuation of one group of people from one place to another, and then a Dayton peace agreement 30 years ago. But outside world was, our inner world was crumbling, but the outside world was flourishing. And we believed that back then that the digital world will bring more democracy and more human rights focus. What came back is that it actually enlarges the gaps of the real world. Focus of my work is predominantly also in gender and gender-based violence and lowering the gap between the gender gap in the sphere of dealing with the past that we are working with. Again, before I start talking about the project, I will tell you a bit of a data, what it looks like on the largest free online database on the internet, which is Wikipedia. These are the data from 2022. Only 17 articles written biographies are on women in English Wikipedia. And only 9% of editors are women or non-binary people. And it's even worse in specific Wikipedias connected to the languages. Serbian is one of them. And so to come back to the project, we were trying to embed the stories of women who were very, very strong in anti-war and peace movements in Serbia and throughout the region of former Yugoslavia. Their work is really fragile when it comes to digitalizing it and data collection. The documentation is really, really fragmented. It's mostly in the privately owned by the very people that were part of the anti-war and peace movement. It's a niche movement. It did not evoke a large protest or anything like this, but it was a slow and steady activity that really helped us survive and helped a lot of people understand that the atrocities done in our name are not the ones that we complicit with. And this fragility of data is something that really provoked us to start working on the project. Why? Because we think that it's enough inequality, and about writing about these important women from our history, we are also writing about us through them. And why we chose, yeah, this is the story. This is where the country is. Why did we decide to yeah, let me, yeah, maybe this is a bit better. Why did we decide to work with Wikipedia? Because it's the largest online encyclopedia. It has good results on Google research. But through working with Wikimedia Serbia, we realized from a very small scale project that it can actually be an informal archive, and that it can be a window of opportunity for further research. In order for the text to be really strong on Wikipedia, it needs to have good references and it needs to be cross-referential. And while searching why the texts are not strong, then we realized we are the ones who need to create these archives through really different kinds of diggings and finding other places where we can place this digital data, other websites, other projects that were involved in this, so that the gathering of the information and of the data can be strong enough in case one of the websites is erased or dies because the lack of funding and all the other resources, it means that the project, that the data will be stronger than it is at this point. We also understood Wikipedia articles as window of opportunity for further research for people who are getting to know the topic. With the references that they have, they can really dig deeply into the topic, into what not only about the biographies of women, but really about the movements, about the protests, and about the whole civic sector of human rights that really evoked, that was organized through the work of these women. And they stem also, what is important, they stem from a long line of feminist movements and also long line of organizations that were supporting violence, spreading, that were against the violence towards women, SOS phones. The first LGBT movements actually happened in the late 80s, and they twisted into anti-war and peace movements once the war started. But what's more important, and this is why I would like to convey this message to you, is how we are doing it. We are implementing feminist politics of friendship, meaning solidarity and love among the team of people that we've been working with. The partner organization is called Biopolis, but we created the team through open call. It's not our friends who are within, they became our friends through the politics of friendship, but the team evokes trust and security within ourselves, and this is what makes it really, really strong. And the motivation that we feel behind it resulted in formation of two new teams, one in Bosnia and Herzegovina and the other in Kosovo. And of course, it doesn't come without problems. We have loads of problems with the editorialship, which comprises of 9 men who are, as you can imagine, more nationalistic than they should be, leaning towards the right-wing ideas, misogynist, of course, and extremely, extremely persistent. But through the politics of friendship and solidarity that we created within the team, we are still finding our route through creating different fake aliases, actually fake profiles of a 25-year-old cis man or an underage woman, and then somehow they are not attacking us as much as they used to. The formation of 2 new teams also means new topics. We've been writing a lot, but I don't, this is not working, but I don't think it's about the numbers. It's about creation of a solidarity within a team that can give us as peace practitioners also additional hope that there is a way to embed the lives of those who are taking care of peace and taking care of us, while women, as you probably know, taking care of all the others, often forget about themselves. And we, as a new, or I'm middle-aged, but we have a new generation of people who teach us especially women, how to take care of ourselves while taking care of the others, while taking care of peace. Thank you.